stuff, then we'll go on with it.
Okay, so, well, we're looking for the bodice front now.
Alright, see.
Oops.
Here's your, I'm assuming, and you go by the numbers.
Yeah,
so,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I thought those were the orders of the steps.
So this is your, well, it looks like it's the orders of your steps too, but this happens to be the front part, I'm assuming. Center front seam. Okay, so this is your front part, but this is the underneath part. This is her chest. This is going to be where her breast plate is, or, you know, her breast dart is. And that'll be where her boob is, right here. So what you're going to do first is you're going to make a clean stitching line across this. So that, and then you're going to take, where's your lace piece? That's the back.
Okay.
So what we need to find is the, did you cut a top?
Okay.
Center front seam?
And here's 2, yeah.
Okay. Oh, they gave you different ones for it. Okay. So, see, this is going to be under this. Alright. So, what you got to do first is what they're doing is they're having you sew this and this together, and then you're going to put the dart together like that. So what they're doing is that they want you to do a clean stitching over here, and then you're going to attach the 2 sides that match on the, and do the dart.
Okay.
Okay? Well, we can do that. Okay. So of course you'll have to undo it to do that, alright? And then you're going to take these 2 sides. What I like to do is I like to...
Do we sew on the right side or the wrong side of the fabric?
Well, when we're going to... This is the shiny part. So you're going to, when you put it under, you're going to put it under so that the shiny, the dull side is on the other. This is going to be the top of whatever you're sewing, and this is going to be the bottom. So it kind of depends on how you want it. At this point, I'm going to turn the length to 1, and I'm going to turn this to 5.
And give the cat a heart attack.
And give the cat a heart attack. And then I'm gonna, normally I would put it all the way over, but because this is such a small piece of fabric. Now, at that point, you can tell if your needle's not the right size or your stitching is wrong by the way, if the thread pulls, if this gathers. So this does that, okay? Now you're going to turn this under and sew it with a solid stitch. And that was why I had said sometimes with doll clothes you might actually find that now that you've done this, you might actually want to do a tiny basting hem rather than do it this way. But that's up to you, how you want to do it. Because it's a little bit hard to do that round hem that way. So, once again, so how would you like to do it? Do you want to do the straight stitch, or do you want to on the machine, or do you want to baste this piece down?
A straight, what's basting? Turning it over or something?
Turning it over and hemming like a hem.
Okay, yeah, that might be nice.
You doing it?
Yeah,
no, what? Okay, no, by hand I mean. Do you prefer to do it? Sometimes you can do it by hand and make it a little rounder because you've got more control. Or you can do it here and kind of, you know.
Yeah, maybe it would be better by hand because
I think you're going to have more control because this is going to wind up being this way. And what you're trying for, remember, this is the top of her breast. So you're trying for a nice curved piece. This is your front. This is her breast dart. So this is going to do this. And when it does, you're going to have a nice, this is going to go over, just over her breast. See? So, okay, so you might want to, you'll have to do that before we do the rest of the attachment.
Okay. So we're getting ready to sew this. My mom showed me one type of stitch, but I'm not as good with that type of stitch. I have my own that I feel is a lot. The point is to try to make them as invisible looking as possible. So I'm mine's kind of the up and down stitch. But I have, let me see if I can't get the tripod here. And, okay. And maybe a little more light would help. Okay. Alright, no, so what I like to do is, when I'm going through, go up, pull it through. And then, I don't know. And then make a very tiny stitch the other way. And then I kind of go to the back and I kind of do over maybe at just like a quarter of a way. And do it that, so that's how I do it. Sorry if the vision's not so good with this. Hopefully the explanations are better. Hello. My mom always mentioned that one thing that always drove her crazy with doll patterns is that the pieces didn't always match up, but there was always one side sometimes that seemed wider than the other. Now, for all of us who have ever dressed and undressed our Barbie clothes, I think we can figure out a good reason why that is the case. And the fact is that particularly if you have a doll that has limited movement, you need to pull the outfit on one side to kind of get it over their arms and so forth. So this is my hem. So I'm doing this in little bits, you know, because I mean this can be very overwhelming. So I'm stopping for tonight.